Okay, so let me make sure the sound is good. Testing. Testing. Alright, that should be good. I'm going to mute my computer. If you guys have any requests, let me know. If you guys are new, appreciate if you come in, like, subscribe. If you guys enjoy the content, we're going to talk about Bitcoin and any requests you might have. So we're going to start with Bitcoin here in a minute or so once a few people join. We're supposed to start at 4:30, so we have another 3 minutes or so. So we'll get started then. So the coins I'm going to go over is pretty much Bitcoin. I'll go over Jasmine. I'm going to go over Luna, what's going on with that. Maybe Elon one, but there's nothing really to talk about with that, so probably not unless someone wants me to. So those are the three main coins. Might even look at Ethereum. But overall, I do think Bitcoin and crypto's headed back down. Ethereum is high in the 4 hour. The 1 hour is low, and the 15-minute chart on the RSI is low. But 4 hours is going to tell us we're coming down on Ethereum, which means a lot of these altcoins on the Ethereum chain are going to come down as well. But obviously, everything also depends on what Bitcoin does, which I do think Bitcoin is also going to come lower. So the daily close yesterday was at 29,700. So the next target to the downside is going to be 20,000 exactly. I don't know if we'll get there, but I would not be surprised if we did one day. I think from top to bottom, if Bitcoin from 69K to the bottom, I think it's around $10,000. I don't think we go that low, but it's possible. So anything's on the table. We'll see what happens. If you guys have any requests, let me know. Appreciate if you like this video, and we will get started here momentarily. How's it going, guys? All right, so we'll just get started, and whoever joins later will join. So right now, Bitcoin is currently it's below 39,000. It's below 30,000 again. Right now, we're at $29,843. I do see us coming down to this local low we had the other day. I think the all-time low was $25,672. And I would not be surprised at all if we retested that here in the next week or so. I don't think it's going to happen overnight, but I do think we retest it once again. So according to the stocks and the RSI, the daily chart is trying to get a push up, but we're still very much have a lot of room to go. We're still oversold technically according to the RSI and the daily chart. The 4 hour chart for Bitcoin, RSI is way overbought. We have to come down. And the 1 hour chart is ready to go up. That's not overbought at all. That's still actually oversold. And the 50-minute chart according to the RSI is overbought. Well, it's bought. It's not overbought anymore. It's coming down. But my biggest worry is the 4 hour chart has to come lower. So we're going to have and the 4 hour chart still has a lot of room to come down. It's still overbought on Bitcoin, which means we're going to come a lot lower. We're going to have another 2 or 3 days at least of downwards action according to the 4 hour chart. Maybe a little bit more than that, but usually it takes at least 2 days for that to play out. If it comes down faster, then it won't be as long. If it takes a few days, if it comes down slower, the price action, then it's going to take 3, 4, 5 days for that to play out, for the 4 hour chart to come down and be oversold. So Bitcoin, again, my ultimate target short term is that local low down here at $25,485. That is according to the Coinbase chart, so that's where I'm expecting Bitcoin to go. Like I said, I just went over Ethereum really quickly. Ethereum is also overbought on the 4 hour chart, so that is going to come down. If Ethereum is going to come down, a lot of these altcoins on the Ethereum chain is going to come down. That includes Elon one. So that's kind of how it's looking right now. If you guys have any requests, let me know. The other coin I want to go over was Jasmine. Right now, we're sitting on support of right around a penny. You know, if the market keeps going lower, then Jasmine will once again lose a penny. Just like Bitcoin and Ethereum, Jasmine's very overbought on the 4 hour chart. And you made a lower high in the price action, which means you are most definitely not holding a penny. I mean, you're there now. So if I go back to the daily chart, let me see where our next target is. I'll go from the last daily candle close, which was yesterday, which was at 0.9 cents, so lower than where we are right now. The next target to the downside, well, that's not even realistic. So let me just redo the fibs. So hold on. Next target to the downside according to the fibs is literally half a penny. So I do think, though, Bitcoin goes back to 25K, Jasmine probably does hit half a penny. It just probably won't happen as fast as it'll probably happen within the next 2 weeks. That's just my opinion. Neither of them are overbought. Well, I can show you right now if you want me to. I'm not exactly I don't even know how to flip the camera, but I'm looking at, well, I'll tell you what indicator I'm using, and if you have TradingView, you can go look. It's the RSI. It's the stock RSI STOCH indicator, and on the 4-hour chart, the RSI is overbought. So the price doesn't look overbought, but the RSI is overbought. It's currently sitting, if you want me to tell you right now, it's at 87, and anything above 80 on this indicator is overbought. Usually a traditional RSI, anything above 70 is overbought, but with this indicator, I think it's more accurate, and it is anything above 80 is overbought. We're currently at 87. The 1-hour chart is, like I said, 1-hour chart's oversold and could get a small bounce, but I think if Bitcoin's falling, it will keep falling, and the 15-minute chart is just got into overbought territory on Jasmy, so that's just it. Usually that indicator is very accurate. When it's overbought on the 4-hour chart, usually we come down more times than not. So that's just that's just the indicator I'm using. So okay. So this is on the 4-hour. Well, let me go to the 4-hour chart really quick. So this is right now overbought on the 4-hour chart. So that's just what I'm seeing right now. So, and like I said, you're right at support. The more times you test the support, the more likely you are to break it on Jasmy. So I do see us coming lower on Jasmy. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, Jasmy. That's kind of everything I wanted to go over. If Ethereum comes down, Elon 1 will come down. But I do think buying it at these prices is a very good buy long term. Short term, a lot of these coins are probably going to come lower. But if you look at it from a year to date, these are going to be excellent prices. But I do think crypto overall is going to come a little bit lower once again. So traditional overall, I got it just below the 50 line. Yep. So, but with this indicator, it is a different one than the traditional one. So I think this one, compared to that one's somewhat accurate. This one just seems way more accurate to me. So it's just what I use, and I don't use the other one anymore. And my main indicator I use is that RSI that I just showed you. It's the stock RSI. If I couldn't use any other indicator, that's the one I would still use, and I'd probably still be okay. So, oh, the other coin I wanted to talk about was LUNA. So LUNA right now is clearly, it's down what? 99.6%, but every time it gets another push to the downside. If you go to the smaller time frames, you can't even see it on the hourly chart, but if you go to the 15-minute chart, the 30-minute chart on TradingView, and you zoom way in, you can see, now this is a complete degenerate gambling move, but you can see the green moves up, and when it moves up, the last move up was a 50x or more. Actually, I think it was more than that. A 50x if you would have bought the absolute bottom and sold the absolute top. So now TradingView gets really slow when I do this because I don't think it's meant to be this slow, the price action. When I do it on my phone, it's fine. But right now, let me just do it on my phone really quick, and it will update on TradingView for people that are watching on YouTube. Let me just do it really quick. Sorry about that. All right. So right now for Luna, it's down 99.9%, and I'm talking about the Luna that's like wrapped Luna, which is on Coinbase Pro. On the 27th, they are delisting it from Coinbase, but until then, you can still trade it. So Luna from the last local high is already down, and the last local high was 12756, and to the last local low, we're currently down 70% in the last 2 hours. So it's extremely volatile, extremely risky. It's completely gambling. But I've heard a lot of people on YouTube talking about I made a lot of money by buying it when we get the first green candle on like a 5-minute chart, and I buy that, and then we go up at least 10, 20, 30x. So wrapped Luna on Coinbase. Right now, in my opinion, is still not a buy, but that's something I would be watching if you want to gamble a little bit, and if you're a degenerate trader and you just want to have a little bit of fun. I wouldn't throw much money in it. Right now, I only threw 30 bucks in it, but that's just kind of what I'm doing. Actually, I'm not in a trade right now. I'm waiting for it to bottom out again because I do think we're going to have another 50% move to the downside, and then I tried to buy that dip on wrapped Luna. But that's just me. So if you guys have any other coins you would like me to look at, let me know, and I will look at them. What do you think about Luna? I bought a little bag. I don't know where you got in, but like I said, I was just talking about that, and I'm I'm looking at wrapped Luna. I don't care about Luna anymore. That's because I can't buy that in Coinbase, and Binance just delisted it for right now. It probably will never come back to any of these exchanges. I hope it does, but before the other day, never even traded it. But for wrapped Luna, the one that I can actually trade and the one I know about, this is what I'm talking about right now. I do think there's going to be another major move to the downside and make a lower low below the 250 level and probably lose to zero. And when that happens, that's when you can get in. And right now, I was actually using the 5-minute chart to do this earlier. The first time you saw a green candle, that would been your indication that we're close to a bottom. Then the second green candle, you would have hopped in. And then if you would have hopped in all the way down here, just a second, let me do it on my phone because it's easier. I'm trying to figure out what percent that would have been. Bear with me. I hate doing it on my phone, but so to the absolute top and from the absolute bottom, that would have been a percent of 9,866%. And if you divide that out, I think that's a 98x. Yeah, 98.6x if you bought the absolute bottom on Luna and sold the top. Now that you can't do that, but if you could even get close to doing that, if you would have bought the second green candle here, and then you would have sold up here, once it went below this white line on the 5-minute chart, you would have done at least a 40 or 50x probably. That's insane. So that's just what I'm going to be watching. And next time it dips really hard and gets a nice green candle, I'm going to be buying in and just see what I can do with like 30 bucks. So that's just kind of what I think on Luna. I think it's probably dead, but I think short term for the next 2 weeks until Coinbase delists it, you can still probably, it's possible to make money. It's also possible to lose everything. So just be very, very careful. I would only really be buying too on Luna after it's had a major correction. Like once you've seen a few green candles, I would stay away from it. It's too risky, especially once it's doubled or more from the bottom. No, I wouldn't say that. I would say more than like a 10x from the bottom. I would not get in anymore. So, yep. Binance already relisted it. Okay, I did not know that. That's insane though. 100x, yeah, 100x from bottom to top. And it'll probably happen again, but maybe not. I think the major reason it fell 100% is because Luna was trying to print more coins, or was trying to stabilize the UST price. Now, if they gave up on that, then they probably won't fall as much anymore. Still fall with traders, but probably won't fall 100% in an hour anymore, like it did last night. So I don't know. That's just kind of what I'm thinking with that. So if you guys have any other requests, let me know, and I'll look at them. Otherwise, I went over Bitcoin, Ethereum, Jasmine, Luna, and that was pretty much it, I guess. But if there's any other questions on TikTok, I will look at that and go from there. I guess not. So, all right. So I'm going to end the TikTok stream. If there's any other requests on YouTube, let me know. Next time I'll be live will be Monday, 4 p.m. Well, probably 4 p.m. Central, 4:30 p.m. Central time. Until then, have a great weekend. So, did I get out of UST? I lost money on UST. That was a disaster. I got in last night on UST at 18 cents. The second I bought it, I don't know, where was that at? It was around here somewhere. It was a small bounce. It went down to 5 cents for a while. Then it went up to 18 cents. I decided to get in because I thought maybe it'll go back to 50 cents or something. I don't think it's ever going to reach $1 again, but I was trying to trade it, maybe double my money or something, get out. And then a minute or two after I bought it, it crashed from 18 cents back down to 10 cents, and then I just got out at 9 cents. And then I just decided to just trade Luna. So that's just, I haven't made money on Luna. I haven't made money on Luna yet or UST, but I am not going to be buying UST anymore because I don't even think UST will see 20 cents again, and Luna will probably never get back up here unless something really changes drastically. But we'll see what happens. If Luna gives up on UST and stops trying to print more coins to stabilize this price, which is definitely not going to happen, then Luna won't fall 100% in a few hours anymore, and it would just be the traders, which then maybe you have a chance to break this high again. But I don't see Luna will never hit $1 again with how many coins they made. Wrapped Luna could actually do pretty well because they haven't added any more coins to circulation, but Luna itself, that's over. There's no chance with that one, unfortunately. So yeah, but yeah, so that's kind of where it's at with UST and Luna. I am still expecting a little bit more of a correction here on Luna. I'm hoping for another major correction so I can get in and get another. If I could even get 10x, I'd be really, really happy. But we'll see. That remains to be seen if that'll happen or not. Like I said, I don't think we're gonna have another major correction anymore if Luna stops trying to print coins. If that doesn't happen, then I don't think there'll be any more 50 to 100 X's in a few hours. But it is what it is. So if you guys have any other requests, let me know. And otherwise, that's kind of all I got. Bitcoin is still trying to get above 30,000. To wrap things up, I don't see that staying above there, especially as we go into the weekend. I would personally be in, if you're not trying to trade shit coins like I am, I still have a lot of my money in stable coins. Going to this weekend, I'd be in stable coins personally or cash. There's no reason to be in coins. All these coins, Ape Coin, all these coins I have right here, a lot of them are going to fall drastically over the weekend. I would not be surprised if Sunday night we saw a 25, 26K Bitcoin. So that's where I think we're going this weekend, and that is that. So that's just kind of my outlook short term. I could be very wrong, but that's just where I see us going. Wrapped Luna is trying, well, the only reason they made Wrapped Luna is so that people on the Ethereum chain could buy it in case you couldn't buy it on Binance or something. That's the only reason they bought it. And Wrapped Luna has not printed any more coins, so it has a better chance of actually going back to $1, a lot better chance of going back to $1 than Luna. Luna will never see $1 again. I don't even think that's possible. But Wrapped Luna technically could. But the problem is if Luna itself doesn't go up, then I don't think Wrapped Luna really has a chance either because they're supposed to be paired together, I believe. So I don't know if they're still paired together or not anymore, but that was the original idea. So I definitely would not say it's a scam. It's just so that you could buy it on another blockchain. But, yeah. With that being said, that's kind of all I got, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, appreciate if you like. And I will see you guys. My next live stream will be on Monday at 4:30 p.m. Central Time. And like I said, if you guys have any requests, let me know. Otherwise, I can make a video on it later. And I will see you guys next week. Like I said, going to this weekend, I would personally be in cash, though. I don't think it's worth being in Bitcoin or anything because I just think they're going to be going down, especially because I've said a lot of these charts are overbought on the 4-hour time frame. So that's kind of it. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Until then, trade safe and have a great weekend. No one's even